So, welcome back. Here's another pitch for a Batman show. Because I haven't made like 5,000 of those already. I joked about like Batman and Vale. And honestly, I don't think they should call it Batman and Vale. With Superman and Lois, you have like a good point where you know that Superman's just always going to end up with Lois Lane. That's how it fucking works. Smallville may have had you thinking different for a little bit. But honestly, Lana Lang was never going to work out. Sorry. Chloe Sullivan. Well, she sabotaged that relationship, like, right off the fucking bat because she's stupid, I get. Ooh, bat. Basically, I think Batman and Catwoman, personally, should always end up together. It just seems more fitting. Batman and Batgirl, fuck no. Batman and Batwoman, triple no. That was a thing in the comics, but since then they've retconned to being cousins. Get that shit out of here. Insert Alabama joke here. But Vicky Vale is one in the comics that, you know. There's also Silver, St. Clair? Something like that? That was on Gotham for a little bit, but she was kind of a bitch. So... But yeah, Batman and Catwoman, that's like the end game. So making a show called Batman and Vale. I think Batman and Selina doesn't sound very good. And I was really just riffing off of Superman and Lois. But anyways, I think what would be just fucking sick, absolutely fucking sick, if they had that miniseries I talked about before. Fucking Star Wars music's gonna get me copyrighted. It's my wallpaper on my PlayStation. The Batman miniseries I talked about before. The first 3 episodes are the Batman of Earth 1. The fourth episode has the Batman of Earth 1, but it also explores the Batman of Earth 2. And then that gets wiped away, Crisis, and the next episodes are the Batman of Earth Prime. Now, what would be sick, absolutely fucking sick, if that miniseries led into a actual Batman series, and we got to see the Earth Prime Batman. Season 1 would be before Batwoman, and Season 2 would be after Batwoman. Or not after, but I guess during, maybe? You know, it would be after Season 1 of Batwoman. That's for sure. Probably after Season 3. Assuming there is a Season 3. Also, Kate Kane, bring her back. Just recast Ruby Rose. It clearly wasn't working out. Bring her back. Kate is an awesome character, and she's been completely wasted because of whatever happened. Ryan Wilder isn't as bad as I thought she was going to be. She's pretty... That one fucking episode, the first episode, like the beginning of that, I did not like her. And honestly, towards the end of this last episode, I didn't like her. But everywhere in between, she's a pretty cool character, I think. I'm actually interested in learning more about her. I'm going to go to Wikipedia just in case there's something I missed. But, yeah, I'm trying to catch up on this character a bit because I don't think she exists in the comics. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's a no. So we'll see what happens there. On that front, I'm not sure right now she's like put her in every single fucking video game imaginable kind of material. And I definitely don't think she needs to be in this Batwoman series, or this Batman series. But yeah, get Kate back. Dude, in episode 2 we saw Kate for like a split second. Fucking awesome. I liked how she came in. It was unfortunate that she didn't say anything and we didn't get a good look at her face. But the music came on, we saw her kick some ass. That was cool. Just fucking recast. That You had even just the stunt double made me just say fucking recast. Use the fucking stunt double for all I care. Just bring the character back. Get someone who can act. But if the stunt double can act, certainly. Anyways, right. So season 1 of the Batman show, whatever they call it, just probably Batman, The New Adventures of Bat. I don't fucking know. Call it Defender of Gotham. I guess that works better if it's... Just fucking call it The Dark Knight. I don't know. Anyways, The Dank Knight. Anyways, that series, season 1, should totally start with Deathstroke, Ra's al Ghul, and who was the third one I had in mind? Deathstroke, Ra's al Ghul. Damn it, I had a third person. I guess Black Mask is coming to the Arrowverse. That'll be pretty cool. They kind of wasted him in Birds of Prey. But it was... I kind of want to see the darker... Ooh. Dude, that would fucking work, actually. Yeah. It's all coming together, man. Season 1, you have Deathstroke, Ra's al Ghul, and Malcolm Merlyn teaming up. Well, no, not teaming up, but as like the big bads. They're all doing their own little thing. It's like Batman Ninja, how Batman has to take down all of these different guys. They're all doing their own thing, but they'll be recurring villains and stuff. Maybe they will team up. They probably have to for like it to feel good, for the plot to like collide with itself in multiple instances. But I don't know why Ra's al Ghul wouldn't kill Malcolm Merlyn. And yeah, be the I guess they can wipe that away because it's post-crisis anyways. But let's say they go to Bloodhaven, somewhere like that. Deathstroke would be doing his own thing in Bloodhaven. We know he went by Bloodhaven, so he'd probably be towards the end. But they should definitely get Manu Bennett to play him. John Barrowman as Malcolm Merlyn would be awesome. Those two could collide. Because I don't think those two have interacted much. I know they haven't really been in the same episodes, but they worked together in season 5, and I don't remember any interactions really. Oh, maybe they weren't together. I know that they were all on... Yeah, because Captain Boomer... Yeah, but they were all on Lian Yu at the same time in the same episode. Right before shit exploded.
Just in time, Batman.
I like how Deathstroke's just like, fuck it. Exploding island, what's new? Same shit, different day. Yeah, so... Like, fuck it, when isn't this island exploding? I mean, it's never been this bad. But tell me something I don't know. What the fuck is in my pocket? Oh yeah. Money. So... Not walking down a dark alley now that I've put that in the air. So, yeah, I don't know who plays Ra's al Ghul. Let me look up that real quick. Well, I really didn't expect his name to be Matthew Nable. Yeah, I got that one right. I had to double check. Fuck, my phone's dying. Let's take a sit. Yeah, let's take a sit real quick. Gonna fucking do a sit. Fuck, I got the wrong. Fuck. Dropped my phone. Dude, what the fuck? Everything that can't go wrong is going wrong. Okay, I just did like a little wave thing. So, yeah. Ra's al Ghul, Malcolm Merlyn, I don't think he was the guy, and Deathstroke. Two of these are, characters that are associated with Batman. The other one, not really. But he'd be cool and it would make sense, right? Because this would be around Arrow Season 2. in terms of the timeline where this show takes place. And so we can just say that in the new timeline, that's where we're at. When Oliver changed the timeline, maybe he mostly did like, instead of directly choosing what to do, maybe it was mostly like butterfly effect. He changed one thing and another happened. So we know Tommy Merlin didn't die because Tommy Merlin was in the final episode. Didn't do much, but seeing him in that funeral scene was fucking hype. I was like, oh, hey, look, he's back. And then, like, he shows up later on in the episode actually saying some lines, and I was like, oh. This was like, wait a minute, is that... Am I seeing that right? Yeah, so, Colin Donnell. He's on Chicago Med, apparently. I knew about that show before I knew about Chicago Fire, and then I found out the two things are connected. I was like, I've been in this situation before. So... So, the fuck?
The commissioner, is he?
But yeah, I think it's Arrow Season 2. Is where this is in the timeline. So Batman, we know he fought Deathstroke, but also, again, changing the timeline a little bit. One, Oliver, since he changed the timeline, we know that Tommy Merlin didn't die. We know that Moira Queen didn't die. So we can assume that events are playing out a little differently. And maybe we even get to see Oliver. We get to see what he was doing as the Green Arrow in this part of the timeline, post-crisis. Maybe he actually went to Bloodhaven and teamed up with Batman. Oh my, I am a genius. I am a genius. That was the most hype idea that has ever come out of this brain. Batman and Green Arrow versus Ra's al Ghul, Deathstroke, and Malcolm Merlin. Yeah, so you just make... All you have to do is change the timeline. So Dark Archer and Ra's al Ghul are on good terms. And Oliver tracks Deathstroke down to Bloodhaven. Because I don't think the show should take place in Gotham. Not primarily, anyways. Like, yeah, you can have Gotham every now and then. And, hey, maybe in Season 2 you do have to go to Gotham. But in Season 1, they can go fucking anywhere. You know what? I don't think Season 1 should have Joker. He's too obvious. And too good of a character to waste early on. If the show ends up having, like, crazy runtime, like, Smallville, Lex Luthor gave up after, like, fucking 7 seasons. So, Joker should probably be introduced at the end of Season 2. He should be the Season 3 main villain. We're getting Joker at some point. So, why rush it? I mean, that's assuming the show ever gets made, of course. I have no insider knowledge. But I was also talking about in the movies. I know Matt Reeves says Joker's not in this universe. Honestly, I don't believe him. He's going to be in the post-credit scene, or he's going to be at the end of the movie. He's going to be referenced in the movie in some way. I'm not buying it. Just like the Arkham Knight isn't Jason Todd. He's a wholly original character. So, yeah, I mean, don't hurry Joker or anything. But, yeah, so... Yeah, and I don't know what Ra's al Ghul and Malcolm Merlin are doing in Bloodhaven. We know Bloodhaven is probably nearby to Star City, though. Maybe there's some sort of hub there. And you can like, introduce, Penguin and, Two-Face. Don't actually, like, use them, but maybe Harvey Dent is, like, a regular, and he shows up, not a series regular, I mean, like, he will be a series regular in Season 2, but since Season 1 will be in Bloodhaven, We'll see Robin, hopefully. Not Nightwing, but hopefully Robin. I'd prefer if they get Brendan Thwaites. Is his name right? Brenton Thwaites. Got that one wrong. He, yeah, he's Robin slash Nightwing on Titans. And dude, if you get that guy on there to play a different version of Nightwing, because I don't know if Nightwing should be a series regular. We're having him on Titans, and I know that Titans and Batman would cross over at some point. Hopefully. So you can have him be like a series regular for one season, or you can have him pop in and out the season, like every 4 or so episodes, I think. Assuming it keeps a 23 episode runtime, or season length. But dude, this would be fucking lit, right? And so you get him to play a different version of Robin, and he becomes Nightwing at the end of the season, I guess. They don't make a big deal about it, he's just wearing the blue suit. That's that. Like, seriously, it would be fucking funny to me if they did not... fucking funny and cool to me if they just did not reference that he's Nightwing now. Like, Batman's like, nice suit. And Robin's like, thank you. And he's just wearing the Nightwing suit. That'd be fucking sick. Also, since this is post-crisis, you don't need Batman to lose a Deathstroke. Dude, the timeline is completely, like, fucked. Like, dude, Barry fucked up, right? But it basically went back to the status quo, save for a few changes. Well, Oliver is the new Flash. He created Oliver Point. He didn't just fuck up the timeline. He fucked up the multiverse, and that... You gotta commend him for that. I mean, honestly, that takes skill. So, you get a clean slate. You just literally pretend the rest of the shows didn't exist. They are still important, because as we're seeing now, what happened in another timeline is still influencing this timeline in ways, but honestly, the universe is fucked. So you get a clean slate. So you might be wondering, why even focus on Earth 1 and Earth 2 Batman in that miniseries? Well, because it would be fucking cool, and I want to know what happened. I'm sorry, but you expect me to believe Batman just left Gotham? He said, hey man, I know I'm known for my willpower and my... I want to know what fucking broke this bastard. Is that morbid as fuck? That might be morbid as fuck. Also, I think at the end of the season, Batman needs to die. Straight up, die. And then, half of season 2 is right before Batwoman starts. And we see that Bruce's body has been put into the Lazarus pit. Actually, it'd be fucking sick if Thea and Roy Harper showed up. They're destroying Lazarus pits, right? What if they just found Bruce in one of them? They pull him out, and he just fucking lunges and just fights them, and he'd probably fucking win. Roy can't call in the cavalry because Oliver's dead, but fucking... I mean, you could call... who the fuck... Yeah, Roy and Thea are still alive. I had to double check that one. I was like, what the fuck? I guess Roy could call the Flash. Then we get a Flash Batman team up, and then they actually fight too, dude. I'm just full of hype ideas today, right? Dude, let me know what you guys think about this. We need a fucking petition for this. And while we're at it, we could petition as me for the writer. I know I'm unproven. And actually, I want to announce some ideas real quick. I am making... by the way, the whole me being the writer thing, that's a joke. But it did remind me. I am making... I'm currently in the work... I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm working on a mini-series. I'm not associated with any sort of company or anything. It's just my idea. But I'm putting some money aside from my job. I'm thinking like... $4,000 is a good budget because it's not going to be long. And I think I'm going to try to look up budget of other smaller movies. see what's reasonable, and I need to find some people that are willing to work for... Honestly, I think I just put out a casting call for, like, some new guys who are willing to work for, like, very cheap. Yeah, because, like, they only need to be there for, like... The series is not going to be, like... Each episode's going to be, like, 15 minutes, and they're going to be, like, 4 episodes. It's going to build into like, 1 hour, like, total. So I really don't think it's going to be super expensive. And I'm not going to be doing anything crazy. I don't want to give away the subject matter. I probably already did in another video, and I'm just blanking out on it. But I can't imagine this being too expensive. The most it's going to be is probably prosthetics and makeup. But yeah, so I really want to see this Batman show get made. I just wanted to get that out there. Because I made the Future Endeavors video or whatever. And it hit the mark. I'm thinking all of that is going to really work out. Also, guys, fuck. I was on my way to 100 subscribers. I was sitting at 99. I have no idea what happened, but I went back to 95. I'm like, that was kind of disappointing. I already got to work on my 100 subscriber video. That's going to have to wait. So I don't know if that's a glitch or just really weird timing, or if the glitch was people actually subbing to me. Because I thought my channel was doing good, and then suddenly not so good. Like, I want to know what I did wrong. I'm not complaining, like I said. If you guys don't like my content, that's fine. But I would like to know what I did wrong, so I can avoid doing that ever again. Because, I mean, that was really fucking shocking to me. I was counting it up. I was like, ooh. It was like waiting for the New Year's ball to drop, except it took a few, like, weeks. And then it was going down, and I was like, what? That's not fucking right. And then it went down some more, and I was like, what's happening? And fortunately, it stopped. I stopped. The bleeding is gone. The bleeding has stopped. But the next several hours are critical. That's where we're at right now. So, yeah, I would like to not do that again. Thank you. I mean, dude, it's like stepping on a landmine. It's like I put out a video on Dragon Ball. Suddenly my Resident Evil audience leaves. It's like, please don't. We can still be friends. I put out a Marvel video, and suddenly my DC fan base goes, I'm like, guys, I like Batman. So, yeah, I would like to know what happened there, so I can not do that. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave you guys with that. Seriously, let me know what you guys thought about this idea. Do you think it should be an HBO Max series? Do you think it should be a CW series? I'm voting CW. They can do a lot of good stuff. I just think they need to... Hold on. I just think they should avoid... Damn it, my voice is like... I'm losing my voice or something. I know I've been talking a lot, but damn. I don't think I'm losing my voice. I think I have some sort of fucking... It's kind of gross, so I'm not going to talk about it. Something's wrong with my body, though. Yeah, dude, maybe that, like, last thing I said was why I'm hemorrhaging. Well, it's not really hemorrhaging, but if you look at my totals, that's not good for me. So anyways, what the fuck? Now my wallpaper is making this weird, like, ominous buzzing sound, and it makes me uncomfortable. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you with that. I wonder what you guys think about my, what I want out of this Batman show. Like, dude, y'all ever call me, like, not a real Batman fan? Well, I'm gonna have some choice words to say to you, because, like, The only thing I don't have that I probably need to complete my collection is Batman toilet paper. I live Batman, I breathe Batman, I wipe my ass with Batman. Don't judge me. That may have been going... That may have gone a little too far in signing out by... This is the last time I mention anything about a Batman TV show for like a month. But I'm pretty sure Batwoman confirmed the Joker to be named Jack Napier. Which is Jack Nicholson's Joker's name. That's where that name originated. But would not it have been ballsy to just call the Arrowverse's Joker Jeremiah Valeska? Just to reveal that was who that is? Get Cameron Monaghan to do like a Arrowverse prequel featuring Batman and stuff. It wouldn't be Gotham, but get the Gotham cast in to do the prequel characters, and then slowly, like, you know, they would only be present for like 4 episodes, and it would be strictly flashbacks, and so each episode would maybe have like 10 minutes of flashbacks maximum. And then the rest of it is just Batman punching the shit out of people and breaking bones. I was watching Batwoman earlier today, and they had Victor Zsasz, and he was actually cutting into himself. Like, dude, I was hyped. I saw that motherfucker walk into the room and kill that couple, and the whole time I was saying, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? If I remember correctly, they couldn't show that on Gotham, and they didn't show that in Birds of Prey. Oh, I was like, fuck. Not the TV show, the movie. I was like, I want to see it. 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 And then he cuts into himself, and I'm like, oh, that's fucking metal. And then he runs out of spots, because that's just how crazy this motherfucker is. And so he runs out of spots, so he just starts cutting his fucking head. I was like, oh my god, this dude is fucking crazy. That's the vibes they left me with, and that's the vibes I wanted to be left with. I have not finished the episode, but then this dude is even ballsier. Like, dude, the CW got really violent all of a sudden. I was so fucking surprised. Like, the CW, dude, I remember on Twitter, I followed Stephen Amell when Arrow was in its final few seasons, and he was like, boys, tonight we're pushing the CW censors. And then Ricardo shows, like, it shows Ricardo Diaz, or Richard Dragon. It shows him cutting into some dude's neck, just enough that there's a single drop of blood, and I was like, that... Stephen Amell, why have you failed this Twitter? That was the CW's limits. But now you have just Zsasz, like, just cutting into himself. I wish he cut a bit faster. That would have been cool, just to see blood squirt everywhere. But, dude, when he cut into his head, that was unexpected. And then he, I just love, he strips down to his underwear, and he's like, fuck, I'm out of spots. He didn't say fuck or anything, obviously, the CW's not gone too crazy. But then, dude, he goes into that fucking lab. He goes into the lab, and the guy pulls out a gun on him, or pulls a gun on him, and he's like, "You keep a gun in your lab? What the hell kind of scientist are you?" And then he looks over and he says, "Safety's off, or safety's on," and then he takes the gun and then shoots that guy in the fucking head. I was like, "Duh! This is on the CW?" I was fucking astounded. Like, yeah, it wasn't like a violent headshot or anything. But the fact that it was a headshot and they didn't even obscure it, boy, was I fucking impressed. Now, sure, they have to tone down their violence a little bit, which is why generally TV shows shy away from headshots and stuff like that. Because, yeah, when I was thinking about the headshot, I was like, that's not a lot of blood for a headshot. But, damn! And even with the blood that was there, you have to assume that the bullet got stuck in his brain or something. But I mean, damn, dude. I'm over here watching Supergirl. I'm watching Flash. They would never do that shit. I want to watch that kind of Batman in the Arrowverse. Dude, this makes me want a Batman in the Arrowverse that much more. Superman is getting a good show. Or at least it looks good. It hasn't come out yet, but it... Actually, what the fuck? It is February 1st. I'm checking. I am checking. Checking account. Where the fuck is the C... Oh, okay. It's called The CW on my phone, so I always look for it at C, but it's a T. Since my phone is alphabetized. Alright, Superman, when is that coming out? Has the new episode of Flash come out yet? Bitch. That's a no. They have season 1 episodes? Why do they only have season 1 and season 6? Oh, no, that's one. I'm dyslexic, guys. Forgive me. Coming soon, Superman and Lois. When does that come out? 24th. So I'll probably watch it on the 25th. But dude, I want to watch that Batman. I want to watch that Batman show. Dude, and maybe you can do me a solid and Victor's ass thought he killed Batman? Because in the comics, he's like, I got a special spot on my chest waiting for you. And I imagine the rest of the Bat family would also get a similar spot because, well, that would be one tally. It'd be kind of disappointing just to keep one when he's filling out the rest. But in this show, he doesn't have that. So it would be so fucking sick if he just thought that he killed the Bat family already. We know Nightwing and Robin exist in this universe. And we know Batman existed at some point. Really, that's the only Bat family members we have, though. Unless you consider Lucius. But when I talk about Bat family, I think of like field agents and stuff like that. And Lucius isn't really a field kind of guy. All the same, he's dead. So get the Gotham guy for that too, or get Morgan Freeman. You have to choose one. But dude, I so want some more fucking. Yeah, get the kid from Gotham to play Bruce. Get the chick from Gotham to play Catwoman, and just do that strictly in flashbacks. Just get the younger people. Although I wouldn't mind having Ben McKenzie as Gordon like the whole way through, so he could show up on like Batwoman and stuff too. Give me the fucking Batman show. What's that quote from Black Panther? Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses. And get this man a Batman show. I'm sorry, I'm really feeling it. Dude, I initially had, I'd been rooting for, Batman to get, an Arrowverse spin-off or something like that for a while. But around Supergirl Season 3 time, I started to worry, if he got a show, would he just be playing second fiddle to Batwoman? But in Crisis, on Infinite Earths, they made me confident that they can handle Superman. Sure, they didn't do much to make me confident, but what people were like, when Superman says, oh, you always gotta one-up me, huh? I felt like... I felt like the reason he didn't do so good is because he didn't have a whole lot of solar energy. Because he'd just been on Krypton, or on a chunk of Krypton, for a while. So I figured, what's the point? What's the point in, he didn't have any solar, solar energy on there. There was no sun. So he was just human, basically. Supergirl's been charging up, and she barely had it in her to do what she did. Whereas Superman's over there, who he was exposed to sun for like 5 minutes, and he's already like doing almost as good as Supergirl. So the way I see it, Superman might actually be like 12 times more powerful than Supergirl in this universe. I am waiting to see what they do, honestly. And I like the writers that they have so far. I don't like that Batwoman season 2 has opened up and exited with a lot of so far, like episode 1 and episode 3 have a bit of an annoying slapstick problem. They have like a lot of humor. It almost feels like Tom and Jerry stuff, and I'm not fond of that. But when I saw what they did with Zaz, I am 100% confident they could get a Batman show that fucking works.
Can't be a coincidence. Maybe.
So one, get the Gotham cast for flashbacks,
Some of the words
and but make it obvious that it's different. Because I just like the cast from Gotham. I think they're great. Except you can actually keep a few of them around, and probably should. Cameron Monaghan, I'm not sure you can. I think he worked better as a like teenager Joker. But whatever they do,
Alfred left me another clue.
But you get the whole Gotham cast, do the flashback stuff, and then you get mostly new guys to do the other stuff.
To see.
I really want to see the Hush actor, because Bruce Wayne, they cast Bruce Wayne basically. They cast Batman. They got Hush to look like Bruce Wayne, which means they've cast Bruce Wayne. I mean, if they get a different actor, you gotta wonder, man, is Luke Fox just fucking retarded? Why did he think that was Bruce? Right? That would be the general consensus. And besides, we also saw a newspaper with Bruce Wayne.
Including Arkham Asylum.
So, yeah, I can't wait, man. This is gonna be fucking... I mean, you know what? I just got myself so overhyped that for a second I actually believed it was happening. But yeah, I've got nothing. I'm not like an inside scooper. But I do have 100 subs now, so I think that's pretty cool. I don't really know what that has to do with anything, but I'm overcome with happiness of this achievement. So I'm gonna make a video about it later. I figure, hey, this isn't much, but I made a 10 subscriber video. I made a 30 subscriber video. I can make a 100 subscriber video. Motherfucker, I probably made a 1 subscriber video. So, I've been grateful through this whole ride. It's been a long one, but it's been fun. Let me know what you guys want me to do for 100 subscribers. I'm actually up to a lot of things. I'll take whatever dare I find most interesting. Not really dare, but comment. Like, hey, give $100 to charity. Yeah, I'll do that. I prefer not to, because that's kind of boring and a lot of money. And I'm actually saving up for certain charities already as is, so it's kind of a wasted comment. But I'm up to anything that I find interesting. Do a whole video upside down. Not the camera upside down, but me upside down. That'd be interesting. Do a whole Batman video with blood rushing to my head. That'd be sick. I'd have to script out something that only takes like 2 minutes though. Or I could do it with intervals.
Go ahead.
Yeah, dude, whatever. Just let me know. I'll do it. I'll do like 3 ideas, alright? Maybe even 1 video. That would be impressive. Back on topic though. Batman, in the Arrowverse, dude. Batwoman, I didn't like the second and third episodes of Batwoman, and I didn't like parts of the first episode.
Bruce Wayne
But
has a
after that,
bat on his
Batwoman got really good.
Answer the question.
I especially didn't like that bullshit they did with Hush the first time.
He'll be dead soon.
Thank God they fixed it post-Crisis. I really did not like that. They just turned him into Donald Trump and called it a day.
You really think
I hope
you're
those
in
writers were
control
fired.
here?
Or maybe they're the same writers that have just redeemed themselves.
Your confidence is
But I don't think
impressive.
so. If they are different writers, I'm glad that they're not on the project anymore. Because I like what they're doing now.
They won't look the other
But
way.
you created a character.
Not again.
You created an
When
OC.
did Gotham look away?
Gave him Hush's gimmick.
Psychoanalyze me, Batman.
And then made Hush into Donald Trump. Motherfucker, the new character could have been Donald Trump. There was no reason that Tommy Elliott had to be a real estate guy making Gotham safe again. What the fuck is your problem?
Held captive
No
by the
reason.
People who were supposed to
Thank
love
God the Crisis reboot came when it did. Otherwise, you need Flash to fix that fucking mistake. Like, I don't know, maybe all of Team Flash was brutally murdered. And so Flash just has to fucking flashpoint his ass again.
I dreamed of the revenge I'd take on them. And this forsaken city.
But yeah, what happened to Kate Kane?
Time's run out.
Recast. That's the only problem I have with the season. Recast. She was so cool when she came on with the stunt double. They had a stunt double for like 5 seconds, and then recast. Hit the re button.
Nothing you can
The re.
Batman.
What the fuck?
You want
That's the only thing I don't like about the season, aside from the slapstick nature of like a lot of scenes. There's the one scene where Ryan Wilder is being. She's fucking awesome. She's an awesome character, by the way. I had my reservations. I thought, hey, this is just going to be the Black Batwoman. That's going to be what they do. I was wrong. I mean, sorry, the CW has a history of this kind of shit. Never recasting the main character, but they never do anything interesting that warrants. It always feels like they're doing diversity for diversity's sake. Jimmy Olsen, I really like the version of the character we have on Supergirl, but I want more. No one is doing the right thing with Jimmy Olsen. One, Supergirl is fucking head over heels for Jimmy Olsen, which, I'm sorry, objectively, that should never happen. Let's be honest, that's not Jimmy Olsen. Why you doing that, son? Why you doing that? Like, skin tone? That can change, sure, it's inconsequential to the character, I think, in general, but they never treat it as such. They always treat it as, hey, look, I'm black, or hey, look, I'm Asian, or hey, look, I'm white. Or hey, look, I'm a woman, or I'm a transgender, or I'm a man. It's always fucking whack. They make a big deal about it when it really shouldn't matter that much. I don't give a fuck, honestly. I came here to see great stories, and you are actively... So I thought they were going to do that with Ryan Wilder. I honestly thought she was Kate Kane, but black. No, she's her own character. She's awesome so far. So, any reservations... I don't think I ever made my reservations public, but my expectations are blown out of the way. I fucking, admittedly, I started with, fucking 0. I was like, this is gonna suck. This is gonna be ass. But now I'm at a comfortable, like... I like where the character's going. So, I'm excited. Yeah. When I saw the first promo for Season 1 where she was, or for Episode 1 of Season 1, where she's getting shot and stuff, I'm like, oh, you're so fucking stupid. And then I watched the episode and I was like, wow. Wow. And then Season 2, or Episode 2 comes around, and I'm like, dude, she's fucking awesome. Episode 3 comes around, and she's throwing batarangs and missing a lot, and then complaining about her boots and stuff, and I'm like, fuck. But so far, fucking awesome, honestly. The writing is a bit hit or miss. She labels statistics in a matter-of-fact way, which I find is too... I don't like that so much. Like, if Batman were doing that, it would come off as weird, and yet it's something he could totally do. But Ryan, the way she behaves, and then suddenly she's got, like, the fucking... Suddenly she picked up a fucking thesaurus and memorized everything in it. I'm like, what the fuck? Also, I'm not sure the statistics are accurate. I don't like how Ryan turned the Alice thing into a race thing. she was clearly wrong, but I don't know if the show was. I'm not sure what the show was trying to push. Like, she's like, we all know why Alice is still alive, and then Sophie, was it, is like, any sympathy that the commander had for Alice is now gone, I assure you. And then she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then Sophie's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And Rand's like, we all know that Alice would be dead if she was white, or if she was black. And it's like, you're very matter-of-fact about that. And I'm not sure if the show is trying to retcon or push that. Like, it's not really a retcon, per se. But they're changing... I don't know if that's what they're going to push from now on. Like, if they have another character, like a villain character, if they're just going to be fucking murked because they're black or something like that, and then the white ones are going to live or whatever, and they're pushing an agenda that way, but they're introducing us to this agenda this way. Probably not. But, yeah, that was weird. That was a really weird scene that I could have gone without. It only serves to establish how a certain character feels when we already got the memo by that point. Because they mentioned the statistic thing and the false imprisonment thing, and so I hope that's not a sign of bad things. So far, so great. I really like this character so far. Her backstory's great. Personality, it'll take a bit to get used to. Her combat prowess is fucking garbage. But hey, I think so far, I mean, she's on a quest to fucking murk Alice, which I think is really cool. It's like a Batman Under the Red Hood situation. It's like Jason is on a quest to fucking murk Joker and murk Batman. Batman mentally, Joker physically. But man, if they recast Kate, which I'm hoping they do, because I don't know what's going on with Ruby Rose, but you can't let a fucking character or an actor leaving or dying stop you from telling your story, I don't think. Maybe that sounds insensitive to the dying part, but I think they should recast Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. I think they should recast Ruby Rose. Now, obviously, dying, that's a pretty big hurdle, but you just can't be disrespectful about it. You gotta keep the legacy going. People don't like what you're doing with that character, and it feels like it's tarnishing the actor's reputation. Then yeah, you abort. You abort the shit out of that. Otherwise, I say keep going. I say Black Panther still stays alive. That in the MCU, that's how that happens. You can't take that character away from people, I don't think. It's too important. Kate Kane, maybe not that important a character, but if I'm honest, we need Kate Kane back, I think. Not as Batwoman, you give her a new title. Or actually, it would make more sense to give this new chick a new title. But she stays like the leader of the show or something like that. But you can have Kate come back, I think. And I want to see Ryan versus Kate. Battle for the Cowl. You don't call it Battle for the Cowl, though. Because then when you do that for Batman, it's going to be different. And yeah, I'm holding out hope. So yeah. Oh, but man, I am in love with this new Batwoman. I mean, not like romantically, but you know what? I've put it out there. I stand by not romantically, but I've put it out there. People are gonna say whatever they want. But yeah, I think this is honestly really cool. I think the character's cool. I think Ruby Rose leaving has given them such an awesome opportunity, but let's be real, we still need Kate Kane. And look, the problem I had initially, the big problem, without like the whole, admittedly, me being skeptical about a black Batwoman, not based on race or the actress, but based on how they're gonna write it. Because I don't fucking like the writers, let's be honest with them. Or let's be honest with me. Fuck, I don't like the writers, let's be honest here. I despise them. But, I think they've proven me wrong so far. But one problem I had and still have is their story doesn't work anymore. Bruce Wayne comes back to let me tell you. Bruce Wayne comes back to Gotham, but it's actually Hush trying to get that kryptonite so that way Alice can kill her sister. That's such a personal thing for Kate. She thinks, "Oh, her cousin's coming back to Gotham." And then she thinks, "Oh, well, my sister is trying to kill me." That's such a personal story. But then the way they deal with Hush, which was admittedly badass, fucking why Ryan just fucking punched Hush's face off, or Bruce's face off of Hush. That was badass. That was fucking awesome. That was fucking awesome. But yeah, the way they handled that story is there's nothing personal there. Alice's problems don't really concern, or Alice's situation doesn't really concern Ryan. Ryan just wants Alice dead. Yeah, that's personal, but that takes away from the other story. And then, Hush, Bruce Wayne, she doesn't give a fuck about Bruce Wayne. So that's not a personal story. She just takes him out as a matter of fact kind of way. It's just like, all right, I guess you're the boss now. I gotta beat you and get points and level up. It doesn't work for me. So yeah, I like what they're doing. I like how it's going so far. But a lot of my problems that didn't stem from the writing and the character and the actress, I still have those problems right now. Hopefully they don't remain problems. But yeah, like I said, they fixed some of my problems. Many of them are still there. So bye. Yeah, this is where I gotta pause it. I got work tomorrow, so I hit the wrong button. I gotta pause it later, guys. My leg's really hurting, so I gotta go.